but opposition parties now planning a march to the Enforcement Directorate office. Let's go across to Sunil Prabhu for more on this. So Sunil, take us through the developments. First and foremost, Lok Sabha adjourned now till 2 o'clock after there was, once again chaotic scenes. Union Minister Piyush Goyal demanding that Rahul Gandhi apologize to the House.
Well, that's a political demand that continues, and from the Treasury benches, the other side, of course, the opposition benches demanding a joint parliamentary committee, as well as, of course, now against what they believe is the use of agencies against opposition parties, and that is why they are putting their protest. All roads to Parliament are now virtually closed, actually, in the area of the North Block, South Block surroundings. They have been beefed up security because they want to court arrest these leaders who are going to protest and watch. Supriya, you can see there from the Congress party responding to Smriti Irani's response to her attack this morning, really giving to their whatever she had to say. So it's the political slugfest continues, but here in Parliament, uproarious scenes, as you rightly pointed out. The important point, Gargi, is that this is a budget session. This is a session where it is the duty of the Treasury benches to have, legislate, debate, discuss and pass the money bill. Because if you don't do it by the 31st of this month, without a proper discussion, what will happen is that you cannot withdraw money from the Consolidated Fund of India. And it's in the fitness of things that both the opposition and the Treasury benches must realize their responsibility, their duties, and ensure that a proper discussion is taken on what are taxes that are taken by us as viewers and common citizens, and address burning issues of inflation and price rise, the lack of unemployment, apart from a host of issues which are really concerning the people, and ensure that these things take place. But definitely at the present juncture, a political slugfest continues. There is a stalemate, and hopefully as the days go by and as that deadline nears, they will understand the importance of passing the budget as soon as possible, so as to be able to pay their own salaries after the 31st of March.
Right, Sunil, and that is, the issue in terms of the Parliament and budget, etc. But let's just talk about the security that we're seeing right now at Parliament. These visuals coming in of a huge number of personnel there, and this, as the opposition has declared, and that's 18 parties that met this morning, and they they've decided they're going to march to the Enforcement Directorate to highlight this issue of opposition members being targeted.
That's right. They are, creating a kind of an Alcatraz here to ensure that whoever comes and protests and walks and marches, they do not get too much of a, visual opportunity. There have been a number of instances in the last session where we have seen, and in the previous sessions to that, where, leaders were courting arrest, they were jailed during those times, and it's in that context that this time the Delhi police, along with a host of other officials, are not taking any chances and ensuring that this entire place is cordoned off with adequate security to see that visual opportunity is denied to them, and they continue to protest. So that's the scene with members of Parliament who are all set later at around noon and a little bit after that to go towards the ED and protest against what they believe is clearly something that really is an issue of concern for them, the fact that they're using agencies to silence the opposition.
That's right. And Sunil, also we're seeing, this sort of organization among the opposition parties spearheaded by the Congress, but opposition parties on strategy and, means of taking on the government.
Well, they understand one way or the other, despite their differences. And, many times it's been seen as a mirage, the opposition unity, because when it comes to brass tacks at the local level or at the state level, it becomes very difficult for the Congress to have an alliance with, say, for the example, the TRS or various other parties. But yet in Parliament, they work together to ensure that their voice is heard. There have been attempts to break that opposition unity. They still continue. They might even succeed in the run-up to 2024 elections. But at least on the floor, they want to have flow management to ensure the voices of Parliament are heard and see how they go forward on this entire important issue.